Hello. In today's session, we will have further practicing on Solidworks sketching of parts. So we choose part. Okay. This drawing is in inches, so I need to define the units from the options, document properties, units, and then I need to choose inches. Okay. Now you need to know from which view you should start. In my case, I will start from the front view because it has the most dimensions are included in this view. And we said on a previous session as well, it's important always to sketch the geometry, the first step. The second step, you add dimensions, and finally you add features. So I'll start from the front view, sketch. Okay. This is the front view. So I start sketching the shape. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Now I add dimensions. Okay. So I advise you to dimension the drawing starting from the largest dimension just to scale the whole drawing. So I will scale my drawing into 2.25. Okay, then you add the small dimensions so you don't experience an overlap. Okay, this is 0.25. This is 0.25. You can add relations instead. And this is 1.5. Okay. Now you have 0.38. Okay, this is 0.63. Okay, now you can either add a dimension or you can add a relation. You select the two lines and then you add equal. Okay, now dimension. Okay, this is 0.25 and this is 0.88. You can see that your drawing is fully defined. Now you can add a feature. Okay, I will flip it and you have 1.75. Right. Okay, now we want to add the remaining those two parts. Okay, this part and this part. Okay, simply you rotate, you choose this one and you sketch. Control 8, so you could have the view, the back view. Okay, and you start sketching. Okay, so I can choose a rectangle, corner rectangle, from this point to this point. Okay, okay, and I have as well a corner rectangle at the bottom. Okay, so we sketched, it's fully defined. We can add features and extrude. Okay, we can rotate. We need to flip it. Okay, the extrude there, and we have 0.38 the thickness. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, we can put it in isometric view. Control 7 on the keyboard. Now let's practice this drawing. Okay, Control New, Control N on the keyboard. We can choose another part. Okay, or from the file, new file. Okay, this drawing is in millimeters, so I go to Options, Document Properties, Units, and I choose millimeter. Okay, now I need to choose a view, either the front or top or right view to start from. So it's easier for me to start from the right view because it has most of the dimensions are included in the right view. So I choose the right view, I start sketching. Again, I'll start from the bottom. We have 50. Okay, and then I'm just drawing the shape. Right, and I have on the back a rectangle, so I can add the rectangle directly. Okay, choose a rectangle. Okay, this is a rectangle. Right, now I need to add the dimensions. This one is 50, and this one is 30. Okay, this is 15, and you have this is 25. Okay, great. This is 12. As you can see, most of the lines are becoming well defined. You still have this line, which is 10 at the height of 10. Alright. Okay, so most of the dimensions are included. You still have this one, this line. So you can add relations, they must be equal. Okay, equal. Okay, they are equal. So we need to define this line as 32. Okay, and it becomes black, which indicates that the geometry is well defined. Now finally we add features. Extrude. So I'll be choosing this part and this part with a 42 minus 15. So 42 minus 15. Right, and then I can choose again the sketch to add another feature for this one. Okay, so I can rotate this one, and I flip them, and with a thickness of 15. And that's it. Okay, so you can choose isometric view from this icon, view orientation. Alright, let's have a practice on this drawing. Okay, file, new, I choose a part. Okay, this drawing is in millimeters, so I need to define the units. Options, document properties, units, and you choose millimeters. Okay, so I will be choosing the front view. I started from this and then I extrude, okay, this part, and then I choose the right view and draw this shape, and then I extrude. So I'll start from the front view. Okay, draw, I sketch the shape of the geometry. I add dimensions 60 with 65. Okay, and this is 35. Alright, you still have this line, you should define this line. Okay, so this is 35, so it adds constraint to this line. Okay, so it becomes fully defined, as you can see. Now you add a feature, extrude, okay, to the back, 75. This is the thickness. Alright, now I want to draw this shape, okay, on the side view. Okay, so I sketch on this surface. Okay, either you choose the sketch perpendicular or Ctrl 8 on the keyboard. Okay, I'll start drawing. I choose any point. I advise don't choose like midpoints and others, not to add a relation. So if you choose this point, you add a relation as a fixed point starting from the midpoint. So I choose any point other than the midpoint. This point. So there is a relation, as you can see, between this point and the vertices of this square or rectangle. Okay, as well here we have a relation. Okay, I didn't. Oh, okay. So let me again edit the sketch. I pressed on this by mistake. Okay, so I add a relation as well on this point. Right, and then this is our sketch. Now I add a circle. Okay, anywhere other than the midpoint. Okay, so this is the circle. Right, now I add dimensions. So this line, okay, so I have a dimension from this point to this point, 25. Right, this circle is of radius 15. So 15 times 2, I am entering the diameter. From the center of the circle to this line, you have 30. And this segment is 10. Right. So I think it is now fully defined. Okay. Now I need to trim those entities. Okay. Now you can add a feature, which is extrude. Okay, we have 100 minus 60, which is 40. All right. Great. All right. Now we still have a small part which can be drawn by the rib. On this session, I will not choose the rib, just to have you practice more on the reference and geometry. Now I need to add a plane, because if I choose the front, this is the front, this is the top, this is the right. So the front plane is on the surface on this face. Okay, I need the front, or I need a plane on the mid. So I can choose this face and this face and add a plane, okay, on the middle, okay, so I can draw this part. Okay, so this plane is entitled plane 4. I can choose plane 4 sketch, and on the sketch I choose the ortho mode. I can draw a line, the shape which is triangle. As you can see, it's fully defined, and then I can add an extrude. Okay, right, I need it to be on both sides, so I'll be choosing mid-plane from both sides, and the thickness is done. Okay, right, please try to draw this using the rib command, okay, by your own. Okay, and now Ctrl 7 to get the isometric view. In order to hide the plane that you have added, okay, just can hide it from this icon, or you can press hide. Alright, alright, now let's practice this drawing. So I'll be choosing a new file, part. Okay, the dimensions of this drawing are in inches. Options, document properties, units, choose inches. Okay, that's amazing. Now I will be choosing the right view. I will start from the right view and I extrude this part. Then I choose the top view. I draw those two parts and I extrude. As simple as that. Alright, so right view, you sketch the shape. You add dimension 3.5, 1.63, and this one is 0.63. Okay, it is well defined. Now you can add the feature extrude by 2.38. Okay, now we want to have a drawing on the top of this, right? So I can add a plane, okay, parallel to this plane. Okay, or I choose from here the top plane, okay, the top one. Okay, so I need the plane to be on the opposite direction, so I flip the offset and I add 2.5. okay, so I have created a plane entitled 4, so I can sketch those two parts. Okay, I will be choosing ortho mode, normal. Okay, so I can draw the 2D shape and then extrude. Okay, so I'll sketch line, I'll sketch the shape. Alright, just let me make, okay, so it looks like I'm drawing on the okay, I should start from the center, from this point, okay, just to get the same drawing. So I discard the changes. Okay, I'll choose plane, sketch. Okay, Control 8. Let me choose it isometric just to make sure, and then I'll choose this view. Right, I need to rotate it. Okay. Now I can draw a line. This line and this line. I can add dimensions. .5. This is 1.75. This one from this point to this point is 1.25, and from this point to this point it is, I'm sorry, the dimension, this point to this point, it is 1. As you can see, all the contour is well defined. Now I need to trim this part. Okay, now I can add a feature, extrude. Okay, now I can choose extrude, and I can choose like extrude to up to a surface. Okay, because this surface is slanted, so I can choose this surface. Right, and that's it. Okay, Control 7, or you choose it from this icon, the isometric view. I can turn off the this one, this plane, the added plane, hide all. Okay, you can change the style of the display, so the edges will disappear. Okay, gives you a better view. Alright, and now let's practice on this. This is our last drawing, and this the units of this drawing are it is in millimeter. So new part, okay, and I can define the units from the options, document properties, units, and this is in millimeters, right? Alright. Okay. Now we need to choose a certain view. Okay. To me, the best view is the front view, because if I draw the shape or the geometry, I sketch it, and then I just add the extrude command, which will make your life easier. Okay, so most of the dimensions are given in the front view. So let me choose the front plane and start my sketch. Alright, now I can draw the shape. Now the height of this segment is not given to you because you have 30, and 30 can only be viewed from the right view. Now either you use trigonometry to estimate this length, and you subtract it from 55, so you know the length of this side. However, to avoid estimations, keep this part, the 30, the measurement of 30, to the right view, at which you can draw it exactly 30. For now, I'll draw it as a complete part, and then I subtract this portion. So let me start from the origin, and I go upward, vertical. Okay, so you see the yellow icon beside the cursor, it is vertical. This is a relation. Okay, alright, so I can draw it. Okay, not this way. Okay, this way. Okay, let me do it smaller. I'm just sketching the shape. Okay, you can see that this line and this line are parallel, and I can add a relation as well that they are collinear, right? So they are I choose them wrong. Okay, let me zoom, choose this line, control, and then I can choose collinear. Okay, now I can add dimensions. This is 70, this is 55, right? This is 25, this is 15, and from this point to this point, I'm sorry, this is 15. Let me choose another again dimension. This is 22, and from this point to this point you have 15. Alright, okay, and the angle between this line and this line, you still see the blue lines. It is not well defined. I need to define that this angle is 45. You can see that the whole sketch is well defined. Now you can add a feature. I will add this part as well. Let me continue on the same sketch, and you can extrude and then do another sketch, but I will do it once. Okay, now I can add dimensions to this small segment. Okay, from this point to this point, there's 50, and the distance between this point and this point, this line, is 23, and between this line and this line it is 15. Just adding dimensions. Okay, now it is well defined. Now I can add a feature, extrude. I can choose this part and this part in the opposite direction, and the thickness is 15. Okay, now I can choose again the sketch. Okay, and add a feature for this portion, which is 50 minus 15, which is 35. You can add the equations. Okay, this is 35. Okay, as simple as that. Now you want to cut this portion at an angle 30. So you can choose this face, you can sketch, and then go into the ortho mode to the sketch. Okay, you can draw a line. Okay, and this line, okay, to this point. Let me zoom a little bit. Okay, so let me again line. Okay, to catch the corner. Okay, that's it. Now I need to add a dimension between this line and this line. It is 30. Now it is well defined. Now you can add a feature, extrude cut. Okay, through all, or blind, it's okay, through all, and that's it. Okay, isometric view. You can change the appearance of this drawing by adding, you choose the part from here, and then you can apply some colors. From the appearance, this icon, and you can choose the colors, like you can make it red. Okay, as you can see, red, or you choose another color, green. You can choose a certain face and you can add a color as well, okay, from the appearance icon. Okay, let's choose it red. Okay, so you can add some colors to give a better appearance. Later on we will discuss how we add the material and so on. This icon is for the style, okay, at which you can change the background into white, another like this one, soft spotlight, or you can add a certain background, okay, a certain background. Okay, right, thank you so much. We will discuss those how to add the appearance, the colors, the material, and so on a future session. Thank you for watching.